Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. So the week has finally ended. By the way, if you don't know me or you're just meeting this channel for the very first time, my name is Rega. I'm a swing trader, and what I do in this channel is to document my forex journey, showing you the losers, the winners, and every other thing in trading. So if you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and comment. Thank you. So I took about 3 trades this week: USD, CHF, GBP USD, and CHF JPY. So why I took this trade is because I discovered that USD is becoming strong. Yes, there's possibility of rate hike coming into the US dollar. So if you are going to have rate hikes, then USD is going to be more attractive for investors. So when I did my technical analysis and fundamental analysis and everything aligned, showing that USD is going to get stronger this week, I was willing to take USD trades. After my analysis, I had about 9 pairs in my focus list. But out of these 9 pairs, I knew not all of them are going to do well. Some are going to continue their direction without mitigating the entry point. That was taken into consideration. My plan was just to take about 3 trades maximum. Yeah, 3 trades maximum. If I don't see 3, I see 2, I can take. If I don't see at all, that is okay. But I was willing to take 3 trades if they meet the condition. Some of those pairs in my focus list didn't meet the criteria. They just went straight to their direction without mitigating the entry point. But some of them mitigated the entry point. I think about like 6 mitigated the entry point, but I was willing to take 3. Yes, because I knew that these 3, I was very much in line with them, and I had confidence that they are going to at least play out well according to my analysis. One of those trades I didn't take that hit my entry point was gold. Gold did mitigate the entry point, but I didn't take it, and it was a good thing because gold went straight to the stop loss, and if I had taken that trade, that would have resulted in a loss, which is a good thing I didn't take it. But the GBP USD, USD CHF, and CHF JPY all did well. 3 of these trades hit take profits. Yes, I'm going to leave the screen recordings on the screen here so that you guys will see. This week was a very important week for me since this year. The reason is that on the 28th of January, I made my first profit withdrawal. On the 28th, that was $100 and something, and after the cash out, I decided not to trade the account till the month of February, and since then it has been losses upon losses. Up till this month, I had about 6.something% drawdown from February till June. You can imagine, from February till June. Let me not say from February to June, from February till May, because I started to recover a little bit in the month of May. You can understand why I say that this particular week is a very important week for me, because this is the week I completely recovered the 6% drawdown I had. So basically, as I'm talking to you right now, the account is out of drawdown. I am back in profit. Man, guys, it was not easy for me. I thank God that I was so disciplined. I didn't allow any emotion to, although at some point I did a little bit of mistake. If you watch the previous videos, I did explain that I made some mistakes, but I was willing to change. And I must be sincere that in trading, risk management is very, very important. Even though I made some mistakes, my risk management was very, very important in this recovery. Yes, because at some point I started to calculate, if I had risked 1% on this live account, by now I should have blown the account. But because I was risking 0.5%, it gave me enough room to make sure I take enough trades. Yes, sometimes I will lose like 4 straight trades consecutively. I will lose them, but my account will be intact. When I take a good winning trade, that recovers about 3 of those losing trades, and this is how I kept trading up to this day, that have completely recovered the losses I had from February till June. As I'm sitting right now, the account is at $8,080 something, which means I am out of what? Drawdown, and I'm in profit right now. The plan I have now is not just to make profit and request for payout. No. The plan I have is to make profit that will be enough to purchase a bigger account. My plan is to go for a 25k minimum, 25k account. But if I can get 50k, no problem. But 25k account is the bare minimum. So my plan now is to make sure I request for about $200 payout, which means I have to trade, make that profit, then request, so that I can buy the 25k. The 25k is about $100 and something, right? So if I get 200k, no, not 200k, $200 profit, then request, then I'm going to get about $100 and something profit share. So from there I can buy the 25k account. That is my plan. I want to scale this account so that I will have another account, so I will stop putting pressure on this account. Yes, that is the plan I have. So I'll show you the trades on TradingView and my journal. So let's go. So guys, this is the first trade. You can see GBP USD trade. You can see that this trade, the risk was 0.5%. It was a bearish setup because I was banking that the US dollar is going to get stronger. Then this trade, I took it on the 15th of June on the 4-hour time frame using a 4-hour fair value gap and 71% retracement, Fibonacci retracement level. I held this trade for about 3 days. It was a winning trade, and the total profit on this trade is $114. You can see I followed my risk on this trade. So these are the screenshots. You can see when I took the trade after some hours. Actually, this was the before and this was the after, right? So this is the GBP USD trade. So this one is USD CHF, the same risk, 0.5% on a bullish setup. This was on the 17th of June on the 4-hour time frame, fair value gap, 71% fib level. Period of holding is actually 1 day. Winning trade, and I made about $123 on this one. I followed my risk. This was the before and this was the after. You can see this is a sniper entry. Sniper entry, guys, on this trade. And this is the last trade, CHF JPY, the same risk, bearish setup. On the 16th of June, I took this trade, 4-hour time frame, bearish fair value gap, 71% fib level. Hold period was 2 days. Winning trade, and I made $118, and I followed my risk. This was the before and this was the after, right? So why I took this CHF Japanese yen trade, if you know, Japan is one of the biggest investors in US Treasury. So whenever the US gets stronger, Japanese also benefit from it. So when the US gets weaker, Japanese also share from that. So when I discovered that USD is going to get stronger, I decided to also take this trade on CHF JPY, and you can see it was a very, very good delivery. So these are the trades on my journal. I'm going to show you these trades on TradingView. So let's go. So in no particular order, this is the CHF Japanese yen. Usually I start my analysis on the weekly time frame. That is why I have only weekly, daily and 4-hour. So if you look at previous prices, you can see that this market has been trending up. Then we are currently in a period of like accumulation. So we don't know if we are going to distribute higher or distribute lower, but you can see that price is kind of taking its time to actually make the next decision. But for now, we can clearly see that price is like signaling for a downward movement, because if you look at these previous actions here, you can see that we had this high graded by this high, then we had market structure shift, then another dealing range where I took this trade, and you can see it was perfect entry, 71% fib level and 4-hour fair value gap all aligned, and I hit the short button and it was a beauty. So this is the first trade, like I said, in no particular order, but this is the first trade, the CHF Japanese yen. Okay, so this is GBP USD, the same scenario. GBP has been dominating the USD, I think, since this year. So I think USD is trying to recover, and you can see that the recent price action has been showing bearish signals. So this is the dealing range, a liquidity rate here, swing high, swing low, dealing range, fair value gap here, a very tiny one actually. You can see that price did actually reach into that premium level. Then that is where I took the short, and you can see it delivered as expected. I could have made more if I held the trade, but the plan was to exit at this swing low, and which is where I exited, and I backed the profit for this current chart you are seeing, which is GBP USD. So the last one is USD CHF. You can see, if you know, you know, CHF, the Swiss franc, is very weak right now. Yes, CHF is very weak because it's a safe haven currency. When you want to trade Swiss franc is when there is geopolitical tension, like the one we had in the Middle East. That is where CHF does better. But for now, that we are currently experiencing de-escalation and US and Iran reaching agreement for ceasefire and peace, the CHF is actually not going to perform as expected, and the evidence is clear. The CHF is becoming weaker as of now, and that is why I took this trade. You can see we had before last, I think previous week, I took a trade on USD CHF. I didn't follow my plan on that trade. I took a trade on USD CHF like about a week ago. That trade, I didn't follow my plan. I took it around this level thinking that price is going to continue, but I was stopped out, and you can see, and I told you guys I was willing to take another entry if price reaches this fair value gap, and that's why I took this trade. When price gets to this fair value gap, I hit the long button, and you can see it was one of the fastest trades I've taken this year, straight up into the take profit level. And if I had held this trade, I could have made more, but the plan was to exit at this swing high, and that is what I did, and this trade gave me some profit. Basically, these are some of the trade I have on the focus list. I removed some of them because they did not play out very well, so I removed them. That is why I have this. But the focus list, is on my Telegram channel. The link will be in the video description. These are the trades I took this week, and overall I made about 300 and I think 60 something dollars. So I'm going to post the account status over here so that you guys will see. The plan next week is actually to look for a very good solid trade setup. That is what I'm going to do. If it's going to take me 2 days to look for that trade setup, I'm going to do it, because I need to take a very good trade. Yes, if I have one good trade this coming week that will give me profit, I'm good to go. I've met all the criteria for payout. What is left is just to make the profit. Yes, if I make the profit, I'm going to request for payouts any day, and that is my plan. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, and leave a comment so that we'll connect better. I will see you next week. And by the way, I'm wishing you good trading next week. You make profit and you request for cash out. And for you that are still trading your evaluation, you are going to pass your phase 1 and phase 2, and we request for payout. Say amen if you believe. See you guys next week. Bye.